ready? I'm ready. Who's ready? I'm ready. Who's ready? I'm ready. Everything appears to be in working order. Hold on. Let me correct this for the camera real quick. Let me make it so it doesn't auto-adjust, because I would very much hate for that to happen. Made sure that my landline is all ready, because sometimes it'll buffer for you guys, and I don't have my Ethernet cable hooked up to my laptop, so that way the internet connection just stays constant the whole way through. So, firstly, let me apologize for that, but secondly, yo, peoples, Q92 here, and welcome back to yet another iteration of Solo Leveling. We're going to be checking out Chapter 154. Wow. I sometimes forget how long I have been reading this series, and to see myself in the 100s of chapters, like all the way up to 154, it's been quite a long time. It's good to see everyone here. Hope you enjoy yourselves if you're brand new to the channel, and let's get started. So, just to do a little bit of a recap, Thomas Andre came to see Jin, and Leonard Neerman was there, but he was easily dismissed by Andre because Andre only wanted to talk to Jin. They went to have dinner, then we find out that the daggers that Thomas brought with him were made from Kamish itself, and they are vastly more powerful than the daggers that Jin had before. But they can't even finish their dinner good enough because a giant gate opens over Seoul, and Thomas Andre tells us that the gate that just opened was bigger than the one that Kamish came through. Now, just as a reminder, Kamish was called the greatest calamity that mankind has ever seen. And a gate bigger than the one Kamish came through just opened over Seoul. So, let's get started on chapter 154. And everyone is looking up at the sky. Some people are taking pictures. Wouldn't surprise me if that happened in the world today. A giant gate opens overhead. Yo, World Star, gotta record this. Not, run for your life or anything. And wow, I was actually joking, but there are actually people just holding up their phones recording this gate opening up. And here's a massively long panel where it shows the gate. The gate eclipses several city blocks. And we have a news reporter, and thankfully I have an Alistair voice from Hasbin Hotel ready for it. So let me go ahead and get it started.
I am currently under the gate that covers the skies of Seoul, South Korea. The gate you are seeing right now is the biggest gate that has ever existed since magical beasts first started appearing. As you can see, there are many citizens outside to witness this side of the gate, but their expressions are clearly not the brightest. This is Nick Powell from BBN News, signing off.
And I guess one of the people, someone part of the Heroes Associate. No, it's the scientist dude that we met at the, I forgot his face for a split second until I recognized the glasses and sweat back here. It's a scientist dude that was there at the International Guild Conference. And he says, I have been warning about the enormous amount of magical power that was gathering on the skies since a few days ago. The gate that has appeared on the skies of Seoul is just the beginning, and we can expect to see such gates appearing in the skies of many different countries. So, Doctor, do you mean that these strange occurrences may happen in multiple places? Pardon me? That is exactly the point I wanted to make. You have been researching into the gates and magical beasts for a very long time. Oh, wait, this is the guy saying this. You've been researching into the gates and magical beasts for a very long time. What do you think would be the wisest response we could take in this situation? And the doctor doesn't say anything. And then he says, pray that this happening won't end as a tragedy. And we have Jin, who has already taken up on Kaisel flying up to the gate itself. And he's just standing there in the midst of this swirling energy. Oh, this is such a hype panel. Seeing the head of Kaisel down there at the bottom, and then seeing Jin just standing on top of him. Seeing as how Jin isn't wearing black shirts anymore, I might need to change out the shirts that I wear. Of course, I don't have any V-necks, so I'll just keep wearing this. Then Jin thinks, it's strange. I can't enter the gate. It almost feels as if I'm blocked off by a wall. If this was a normal wall, I could have broken it down. But to think that this is a wall that not even the awakened can pass through. Will the beings inside of this gate be different than those that we've seen up until now? Whatever they are, my friends and family are under this gate, and I don't intend to let them pass by me so easily. Jin is all ready to fight. Whoever comes out of there, I'm ready for you. Then his phone starts to go off, and it is Chairman Wu Jinjul. Hello, Manager Wu Jinjul. Yes, Mr. Hunter. I can't really hear your voice very clearly. Shall I hang up and call you from my end? Is he in a car? Where is he? Is he in the building? No, he's in his building. There is no need. It's because I'm currently high up in the air. And I should call you Chairman Wu Jinchul from now on. Feel free to call me whatever you wish. I feel very awkward to have received a position that is unfitting of someone like me. Even though he is taking the position, he is still so humble to see himself like, dude, I know I have this position, but I'm not worthy of it. That's modesty right there. That's why I like Wu so much. He's like the Agent Coulson of solo leveling. But Jin continues saying, oh, by any chance, have you looked into the request I made? Yes, I requested the Hunter Bureau to scan the entire area with a satellite. However, there were no new appearances of gates anywhere else in the world. So does that mean that there have been no new gates other than the ones that have already been created? Yes, that is correct. Wow, this is interesting. This is really interesting. It's been 3 hours since the appearance of the gigantic gate. And what are the odds that no new gates have started appearing across the globe coincidentally in those 3 hours? It's not a coincidence. And Wu continues. We are now planning to evacuate the civilians that live near the gate, and in order to prevent a mass disarray, we are carrying it out in steps. What are you planning to do, Hunter Sung? Even if I don't know what will happen tomorrow, I will plant the apple tree regardless. And then he hangs up. And then his eyes squint. And now we cut to the Hunters Association gymnasium. And Beru is there. Is Jin training with Beru? Jin is training with Beru! And Beru's... Yo! Jin is sparring with Beru! And Beru keeps going at him, but Jin keeps easily dodging all of the attacks. And then Beru tries to swipe at him, but Jin catches his arm. And they both stop. And then Jin looks at him, and Beru's all like, uh-oh. And Jin says, are you really trying your hardest? And then he lets go of Beru. My king, I wouldn't dare to. It's all right. I just wanted to break a sweat a little bit. And you know that you're the only one who could make me do so. Your words have filled me with deep emotions. You're getting better at expressions. Your feelings with words. You didn't eat a human somewhere, did you? Because lately, Beru has been showing more and more human-like qualities, despite being the, shadow of the Ant King and having his tendencies. He's behaving, I believe he's been watching too much Korean dramas, K-dramas. He's been watching too many K-dramas, and he's getting his mannerisms from there. Because remember, he started calling him my king and behaving all like that because he was watching old-school K-dramas. You're getting better at expressing your feelings with words. You didn't eat a human somewhere, did you? Anyway, let's start. And then he just jumps up in place. You know how Goku was when he was about to fight Broly in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie and just tensing up and just loosening himself up, getting prepared to fight? That's exactly what Jin does. And then Beru. Wow. Beru's level is max. Beru level max. Commander rank. Yo, Beru has reached max level. and his appearance changes. Like, his body gets more and more spike-filled, and he just screams out, and then he launches at Jin. And Jin continues to dodge his attacks, but the attacks from Beru are literally ripping the area apart. Like, just the swipes, the air slashes from his swipes are ripping into the ground. And then he tries to backhand Jin, and Jin blocks it. You're becoming stronger after being promoted to the rank of a commander. And then it just shows a long panel of Jin just dodging all of his strikes. Then Jin says as he punches Beru in the chest, but did you know that there can only be one commander in an army? Wow. He's reminding Beru that, hey, you may be getting stronger and stronger, but just remember that I'm the one in charge. But did you know that there can only be one commander in an army? Once Igris and Greed reach the general rank, it'll take no time for them to reach the commander rank. If you don't want to get your position taken by one of them, keep up the good work. Oh, so wait, let me just reiterate what I just said. It's not that Beru is getting close to Jin's level. He's saying that there can only be one commander, which means that once Greed and Igris get to the general rank, it won't take them long to get to the commander rank, so there can only be one commander. So if Beru wants to keep that position, he needs to remain the strongest. Otherwise, either Greed or Igris is going to take that position. Yo! And then Beru, spurred on by these comments, braces himself up even more and just launches at Jin. And all you see in the next panel, by the way, I'm reading from Ashura Scans, you know where I read from. In this panel here, it shows both Beru and Jin just ricocheting. All you see is their impacts of their landing. You don't actually see them. You just see wisps of black streaks, black motion blurs, and just impacts of wherever they land. That's how fast they're moving. It's still not enough. Even though Beru is the strongest unit in my shadow army, he's still not strong enough to fight against those guys. And then Beru bears down on Jin, but Jin gets him with a Shoryuken. Then Beru punches the ground, and Jin is directly behind Beru already and punches him in the side. And launches Beru clear across the entire gymnasium with a resounding crash. And all we see next is Beru impacted into the wall.
I am continuously amazed by my king's mighty strength.
I think I need to start blocking historical drama channel so he can't watch anymore. Yep, pretty much just confirming what I said before. He's been watching too many historical dramas. And then Beru, who is, healing himself because of Byung-gu's power, he just looks somber at Jin like, no, I want to keep looking at historical dramas. Then Jin continues speaking, saying, so now that the test is over, I should start cleaning this place up. Because Beru and Jin pretty much just destroyed the gymnasium with their sparring. Chairman, please hear me out without getting upset. So I have around 300 ants that are great at doing labor work. I forget, as powerful as Jin is, he can still be socially awkward sometimes. But now we're cutting to one hotel in Seoul. It's Laura Thomas Andre! I love seeing Andre every time. Are you not leaving, mister? How could I, leaving behind something so big and beautiful? Well, it's big, I have to agree. But beautiful? Everything that makes the heart flutter is defined as beautiful. The fire-breathing dragon, the enormous gate, Hunter Sung Jinwoo's strength, they're all beautiful things. That is why I wanted every last thing that could be thought of as beautiful. Finally, there is something that you can't have, mister. Exactly. Who knew there'd be something that even I couldn't have? There's no gate. What's the point of going back? But the Hunter Bureau is worried. Worried? What a joke. Besides, Hunter Sung Jinwoo is the safest place in the universe. And besides, if we don't stop it here, there will be nothing beyond. That's why I want to know whether this will become the last moments in human history or the new beginnings. Wow, okay. So this was a bit of an expository chapter. A lot of dialogue here and there. But Thomas Andre is anxious to see what is going to happen because even he doesn't know. And he's just mesmerized by what this could potentially mean for mankind and everything. Interesting. Whether this will become the last moments in human history or the new beginnings. That's why I want to know. Interesting. And that's the end of the chapter, right then and there. All right, so this might be a little bit of a shorter solo leveling reaction due to the fact that I managed to get through this relatively quickly. Okay, let me see. Let me see what you guys have said. Don't start without me. You know you got your voice changer on. Wait, is it still on? Check, check. Oh, no. Oh, no, I have it. Oh, I know I had my voice changer on. I turned it on specifically for doing that newscaster voice. I did that on purpose. But it's normal. Yo, hello, Adiata, Aditya, John Wood, Cohagen, Anime Ninja, Jesse Velasquez, Sir King! Aloe, Pekka, everyone. What is going on? It's good to see everyone here. All right, so this was a good chapter. Like I said, this probably won't go on for too long. But this was a bit of an expository chapter, and it was mainly just Jin just, wondering. I mean, first of all, the massive gate that's over Seoul right now, it is pretty much the result of all the energy that the doctor from the Hunters Guild conference was just saying that, hey, there's a large amount of magical energy building over Seoul right now. Who knows what's going to happen when it, pops off, or if a gate appears. And the gate has appeared, and the doctor's all like, well, what are we going to do? People are asking him, you've been researching into these gates and these beasts and everything, so what are your plans of action concerning this gate? And his only answer is, pray that this doesn't end in another human tragedy. That's how much of a threat this thing is. Pray it doesn't end in tragedy. Then you have Jin, who's looking at this thing, wondering why he can't enter into it, meaning that he can't just go inside because it's blocking him. And then he says, like, well, whatever's in there doesn't matter. I'm not going to let them slip past me so easily because my friends and family are underneath this gate. So he just goes off to start training with Beru to, keep himself, fit and ready going forward. Not only that, but we find out that Beru has reached the max level, commander rank, and Jin is training with him, wondering, are you really putting your all into this? I mean, you do realize that when Igris and Greed reach general rank, it won't be long before they reach commander rank. There can only be one commander in this army, and if you want to remain my strongest, then you're going to have to give your all when it comes to fighting. So, hit me with your best shot. So they're training, and Beru's all like, don't worry, I'm going to do my best. And then, the way he speaks, Jin notices that he has more human-like qualities here and there, but that's because he's been watching so many historical K-dramas, and that's why his speech is the way it is. And Jin is all like, you know what, maybe I should cut you off from watching too many dramas. And as Beru is healing himself, he's all like,
no, I want to watch my historical dramas.
And not only that, but Thomas Andre's still there, and he just wants to see it all go down. I am anxious because of all the things that he's been able to procure over his life, this is one thing that he just can't simply take for himself or anything like that. Because everything that makes the heart. Because here's the thing, he defines everything that's going on as beautiful. How could I leave behind something so big and beautiful? He says everything that makes the heart flutter is defined as beautiful. The fire-breathing dragon, Kamish, the enormous gate, Hunter Sung Jin Woo's strength, they're all beautiful things. That is why I wanted every last thing that could be thought of as beautiful. Anything he thought of as beautiful, he wanted. But seeing as how, Jin's strength, he can't take Jin's strength, he can't have that for himself, he can't have the gate for himself, because it's beyond him, and I am guessing Kamish as well, he can only take, like, the daggers from them. Those are the things he envies that he wishes that he could have, but Laura's all like, finally, there is something you can't have. And Andre says, exactly, who knew there'd be something that even I couldn't have? There's no gate, what's the point of going back? But the Hunter Bureau is worried, what a joke. Being beside Hunter Sung Jin Woo is the safest place in the universe, so no matter where they go, it is preferable to stay near Jin. And besides, if we don't stop it here, there will be nothing beyond. That's why I want to know whether this will become the last moments in human history or the new beginning. So Andre just wants to stay and stick around and see what happens. Because he is anxious to know, what does this mean for mankind? Now, mind you, this isn't like a action-heavy chapter, but some of you have told me to look forward to the upcoming chapters as well. No spoiling, because they are going to be good, and I'm really looking forward to it, how they're going to be translated into manhwa, because things that happen in the light novel are not exactly what happened in these chapters. There have been changes here and there, and some people have brought it up to me multiple times, even though I've said that, this the manhwa and the light novel will have some things that'll have changed. It's not the exact same. Like, you could look at the light novel for Overlord and then read the manga for Overlord and see that there are definite changes. Same could go for Sword Art Online, or that time I got reincarnated as a slime and stuff like that. But I am looking forward to the next reaction concerning these chapters. And I just want to say, how long have I been going for? 22 minutes? I'm actually going to be able to do this quickly. Wait a minute, hold on. What have you guys been saying? Jinwoo's just confident, Korean manhwa. Beru's just strong and cute. He really is. Ooh, I just thought of a merchandise idea for Beru. Little chibi Beru. Like what do you call them? Nendroids? Nendroids? The chibi figures that they have. I've seen them for like Demon Slayer and some other characters as well, but solo leveling Nendroids. You can have your own personal chibi Beru, or own personal chibi Igris, complete with Beru and his cutesy eyes, or like healing magic around him, and him with his angry eyes. Same can go for Jin and pretty much anyone else in this manhwa as well. I don't know if they thought of that idea, but I'm just throwing that out there. Been watching your video for the last 2 months. It is worth being here, bruh. Keep doing your thing. CDES artist handiwork. Thank you. Well, handwork. I just want to say, it is an honor for me to do this for you guys. Hey, Kyushu, Jesse Velasquez, gotta go. See ya. Alright, Jesse, take it easy. Enjoy yourself with whatever you got going on today. But before I finish here, because this is going to be short, I'm not going to continue on any longer than I need to. I'm glad I got the reaction out, because it was actually quite fast for me to get through this compared to any other time that I do these. But I just want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in to whenever I do these reactions for solo leveling. I really enjoy this series. Every Wednesday when I do it, I look forward to putting this whole getup on. Like, I'm wearing full slacks and everything whenever I put these on. And I anxiously await to give you my reactions to these chapters. And especially when it gives me a chance to put new voices to new characters that may show up and everything. It is an absolute joy. Like, look, I can't stop smiling because this is what I love to do. I could do this all day. That's how much I love this. I just want to say thank you for tuning in to me. Whether you're new to the channel or you've been here for a long time, I thank you for just sticking with me. Sure, I may not get everything right on the first try, but I'm thankful you guys have given me a chance, period. So, that's all I got. I thought this was a great chapter, and it was a dialogue-heavy chapter. with a little bit of sparring fighting between Jin and Beru, and the potential of seeing Igris and Greed rank up, and seeing how that whole can only be one commander in the army thing will play out in the future. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. But overall, I'm enjoying this whole series. I'm gonna see if I can actually get the paperbacks for the actual official manhwas for Solo Leveling myself, because as much as I do all these reactions, I like to have the actual physical editions as well. Like, speaking of which, like yesterday was when the newest volumes for My Hero Academia, One Punch Man, and Dragon Ball Super came out. When I do a reaction to something, I like to have the paperbacks as well, so I'm supporting the creator. So I'm going to work on getting the missing, pretty much all the missing volumes of Solo Leveling, if they exist, whenever I get the chance. I'll look into it, and I can add that onto my shelf, because it's only fair. I mean, I'm reading all these scanlations, but it's only fair that I support the creator of this series by buying his official books. So, with that being said, where can you read the manga? Ashura scans DePaul Medina. But with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.
Oh, I love my job!